Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining our virtual tour, virtual gala. Now, according to the title, it says, Let us bring your journey to the screen. And here I am on your screen, right? So, thank you very much. By the way, thank you very much for that introduction. I'm Martin Aguilar. I'm the founder and chief consultant of the Filipino Hospitality. And currently, I'm also the ASEAN MRATP consultant. Now, before I begin my topic for today, I just want to acknowledge first, of course, our VIPs. Now, I hope that Mr. Ivan L. Bartolata, the OIC Dean of CITHM, is here with us. I also want to acknowledge Ms. Ray Marie A. Lobo, the College Secretary, of course, the IIE program chairperson. Now, of course, I also want to acknowledge the hard work, right? All of the efforts of our organizers. Now, just to acknowledge the event advisor, Ms. Rosalie Clave. Thank you very much, madam, for your guidance for your students. The event manager, Trisha May Zaragoza, as well as the assistant event manager, Patricia Ma, who has been coordinating with me. Good job, guys. Thank you very much for this effort. And I think you guys are doing a great job. So, can you give a virtual round of applause, please, for our event organizers for their efforts? There you go. Thank you very much. Now, just to acknowledge as well the committee leaders, technical committee, Patricia Ma, program committee, Rochela Atremod, the invitation committee, Kyle Lorico, and the marketing committee, Annalyn Cabahog. All right. So thank you very much and good job, everyone, for all of your hard work. Now, let me go ahead and share to you my slide, right? So my topic for this morning, all right, will be about adapting technology for the future of tourism and hospitality in a post-pandemic world. All right. So we've seen, no, we know what current situation we are in right now because of the pandemic. And so we're going to be sharing with you how we ought to adapt into technology for the future of hospitality and tourism. Okay. All right. Now, just to give you a short outline of what I'm going to be talking about this morning, I'm going to be talking about the past. Meaning, it's about what we were, no, during the pre-COVID situation, right? And we're going to be talking about the present, right? Like how we are adapting or innovating, and then let's talk about the future. I'm sure you are all wondering what will happen to me with the current situation tourism is in right now. We all are wondering actually what is the future of hospitality and tourism. And so hopefully we are going to be learning that this morning. Okay? Are you all ready? Can you just type in the chat box if you are ready? Can you type in yes if you are? All right, there you go. Thank you very much. Now, we know, all right? I don't know if you've tackled this word, right? But in the past, right? Industry 4.0 was merely a buzzword. You know, it's been a buzzword. Everybody's was talking about it in the circles, right? Like how it is supposed to be the future of all of the industries, right? So what was industry or what is industry 4.0? So maybe I can give you a little perspective on what it is, right? So we started actually in the industry 1.0 where actually there was mechanization, no? There was steam power, we were doing weaving, looms, no? So yan pa yung ginagawa natin prior. Now, we shifted then to industry 2.0 where there was suddenly a mass production. We started creating factories, we had assembly lines, we already had electrical energy during this time. Now, moving forward was industry 3.0 where there is already automation, computers, and electronics. So most of you actually, you know, being digital nomads, being millennials, actually belong in this era. Now, they're saying that we are already in the industry 4.0 where there are already cyber physical systems. We are already talking about the Internet of Things, networks, artificial intelligence and such, right? But everyone was just saying, no, it's not. It's not applicable in the Philippines kasi we're so behind with our technology. So it's not, right? But are we? Because of the COVID situation, look what happened. Everybody had to evolve. Everybody had to adapt to the current situation, di ba? Because of our limitations, our physical distancing implementations, the measures, right? We all had to adapt into technology, right? So that was really the reality we are in right now. As compared, no? Similarly, hotels and resorts also adapted the same measures, no? A lot of our hotels and resorts closed down. Some who were given authority to operate had to ensure that they practice physical distancing. That, yeah, like in this picture, no, you can see that they are practicing social distancing, they're practicing the basic monitoring and sanitation and safety protocols that the LGU and the national government put in place, right? So we did not have a choice. It is something that is, kumbaga, imperative during the situation. Now, in terms of technology, some actually evolved. No, they did not want to, like for example, this technology is a technology introduced by Singapore. No, so I don't know if you've seen in the movies before where there are like RoboCops, who are actually wearing scanners and they can see, right? Parang yung mga thermal red, di ba, na mga night vision ganyan, no? But here it is now a reality. Like this thermal scanner that you can see on your left screen, that is actually a reader, no? You can actually see the temperature of the people. The temperature is seen on top of the heads of the people as a person, a police, a security officer, or anyone in charge of it actually sees it, no? Nakikita na yung temperature nila by just wearing that helmet, no? Tapos on your right, you can see a robot who can actually go around and scan people as well, no? So the police, of course, no, being frontliners, just watch through the camera that is actually looks like the eye of that robot, no? So it goes around, scans the temperature of the people, and if that robot views a person who is not wearing their mask or their helmet or their face shield, then it's going to create an alarm, and the police can actually speak through that the speakers of that robot, no? Amazing, no? Grabe yung technology nowadays. Now, in terms of virtual, no, we are in the virtual platform right now. As a management consultancy firm, we are a training company, and we actually provide training for the Department of Tourism. And before, pre-COVID, no, we used to travel around the Philippines. We go to the different destinations. Who among you would like to do that? No, who would like to go to the top destinations, the most beautiful parts of our country, and just not naman enjoy, not just naman travel, no, but really help our tourism stakeholders? Who among you would like to do that? Can you type in yes in the chat box if you want to do that someday, right? So ganun, no, yung iba, they want to work, no, they try to save as much as they can, no, so that they can travel for their travel goals, 'di ba? Yan, kaya may bucket list, 'di ba? But for me, I had to travel so that I can work naman. Iba, no? It's the other way around, right? But because of the COVID situation, look what happened. We are now down to the virtual. So as you can see in the picture, talagang virtual backgrounds lang. Nagsawa ako kaka-travel around the Philippines, although without leaving my house, without leaving my room, for example, 'di ba? Kasi wala, we were stuck in using virtual backgrounds na lang. Ganun na lang talaga yung naging reality. But that is the sad reality. But what about our future, 'di ba? What about, say for example, tour guiding, 'di ba? Yan yung gusto nating topic, 'di ba? Parang paano kaya tayo magto-tour guide if we are practicing social distancing? paano ba natin gagawin yung mga basic elements of tourism if we are now limited, right? So, I want you to watch this next video and then let's try to analyze, let's try to evaluate, no? I'll give you it's actually a sample virtual tour created by the Department of Tourism. So, look at the elements, look at how the cameras, look at how the editings are, look at how the the standards pa rin of that tour guide is actually doing, no? And then later on we'll try to debrief, no, and discuss what just happened. Okay? So, let's try to enjoy this video. I hope you enjoy it.
Mabuhay! Welcome to Plaza San Luis. This cultural commercial complex houses various restaurants, an arts and crafts store, and
So there you have it. No, that's the virtual tour of Casa Manila. And did you appreciate how it was presented? No, let's try to break down the elements. No, can you look at the cinematography? You know how the angles of the cameras are. It suddenly zooms into a certain detail of the room or the floor or the ceiling that will allow a learner to actually visualize it as compared to an actual tour, 'di ba, where you're following a tour guide. Sometimes those elements are not really seen, 'di ba? Can you notice the difference, no? As compare kasi sometimes when we're in a tour, yung katabi mo nakikipag-usap sa and you're not really actively listening to the tour guide, 'di ba? It's different as compared to a virtual tour such as what we just watched, no? You can see all of the elements, no? I understand most of our learners now are visual learners, 'di ba? So as you can see, no, meron pang subtitle. Kasi that's a challenge of an actual tour. Minsan hindi natin naririnig yung sinasabi, especially if you're there behind all the way at the back, right? But in a virtual tour, you can see the audio is excellent, the subtitle is there. You have visual elements, you have music complementing the ano, tapos 'di ba may mga technology, may mga voice over pa, meron pang ang daming elements that goes around it. And so I think clearly that's one of the advantage, of a virtual tour versus a typical or a regular tour. Right? Now, I'm not saying that one is better than the other, but what I'm saying is this is the present and the future. No, there will be times that it's very difficult for us to actually travel. 'Di ba? Currently, a lot of our destinations are still closed. 'Di ba? Now, what do we do? Do we just stop tourism? It cannot. We cannot, right? We have to innovate, we have to develop ourselves, and we have to enhance our skills and our ability. Now, most of you, sino sa inyo, can you write in the chat or itag nyo na lang, pangalanan nyo na lang sa chat kung sino yung mga mahilig mag-TikTok. Sino yung mga mahilig gumawa ng vlogs? Sino ba yung mga sikat na vloggers in your class, in your batch? Can you tag it now in the chat box? Sige, para laglagan na to, di ba? But really, you have experience using a camera. You are very well versed in social media platforms, right? Utilize that. Gamitin natin yan responsibly and still harness your skills, harness your ability to create a story. Because tour guiding, for example, or a virtual tour, as you saw, it was really about that whole experience, 'di ba? It was understanding the story of how it was, in the Spanish times, how the affluent, the rich people were during that time. 'Di ba? You were able to see that story with that sort of tour from the entrance to the rooms, to the bathroom where they ate, 'di ba? It somehow gave you that whole story of how it was to live in that kind of house, right? And so did you appreciate it? No? Can you type yes if you like that virtual tour? Yan. Okay. Thank you very much. No? So let's proceed. No? Let's continue our discussion, right? So moving forward with our topic, right? Now, if you have questions, by the way, no, although I am not here with you live, right? I'm going to be looking at your questions when I read the comments down below, right? So just write in the comments your questions, and then once I have time available already, I will be able to answer these questions. Kasi the challenge is, no, unfortunately, I'm also simultaneously in another event right now. I'm actually, while you are watching this, I'm actually presenting to the Visayas, no? It's a combination of hospitality and tourism schools in the Visayas region, right? So ang galing ng technology, no? I am here with you, and yet I am also presenting at the same time over at Visayas, right? So that is the advantage of technology nowadays, all right? So moving forward, no, with our topic, as mentioned, we need to adapt technology to prepare ourselves for the future of hospitality and tourism. And how are we going to do that? you first have to learn and understand the core principles and foundations of hospitality and tourism. Hindi pa rin po yun mawawala, no? Even if we have all of these technology, the technology is not there to replace our tourism stakeholders. It is there to complement it, 'di ba? So, nakita nyo kanina yung ating tour guide, no? Napakagaling niya magsalita, kung paano siya maglakad, yung tindig niya, yung suot niya, yung hand gestures niya, yung kanyang pagngiti, you can still feel the warmth, no, of what he was doing. So those are the foundations. Those are the core principles of tourism, or specifically in tour guiding, di ba? So you have to still upskill yourself and learn the basics, no? The foundations is always the number one priority. Yun po talaga ang pinaka-importante. Now, you have to go beyond the textbooks, no? You have to continuously learn current trends and technologies in order to make yourself relevant. A lot of our textbooks, a lot of the things that we are studying in school right now are mostly outdated already. So I'm encouraging you to go beyond your textbooks. You have to research, you have to continuously learn and develop yourselves, no? Yun ang kailangan po natin gawin. Sabi dito, no, according to this study provided by, sorry for the typo, no, World Economic Forum, automation daw, no? Because of technology, automation will actually displace about 85 million jobs by 2025, no? Some of you probably are already about to work or are working already during that time. How is that? If you are not into or know how to adapt to technology or how to utilize technology, then how or who will hire you, right? So that is the key. No, you have to evolve, you have to develop. Now, multi-skilling is very important. Sabi sa atin years back, no, you have to have a specialization. Dapat, for example, tourism ka lang, hospitality ka lang, yan lang dapat ang alam mo. Magaling ka lang sa front office, magaling ka lang sa F&B, magaling ka lang sa tour guiding, magaling ka lang sa kitchen. It's not that time anymore, no? Nowadays daw, you have to be able to do a lot of things at the same time, no? Sabi nga nila, no, don't be a jack of all trades, master of none. Ngayon, it's actually, no, ang tawag doon generalist, no? If you are a generalist who actually knows a lot, you actually have an advantage over others. Kasi ngayon, nagmi-minimize na ng manpower. Those who are capable to do a lot of things are the number one priority because they are the most adaptable to any kind of situation. 'Di ba? So yan po ang secret. Multi-skilling is key. Now, in terms of automation, sabi nila, automation will create better new jobs and erase the need for physical labor. So, nababawasan na yung mga manual work natin. No? For some, that is okay, that is advantageous. But what about the others? What about those na hindi na pag-aralan or hindi sanay sa technology? Paano na sila? That is going to be the challenge of people of the past or yung mga hindi naka-move on. Sabihin mo nga sa katabi mo or sa klase mo or dyan sa chat, mag-move on ka na. Yan, yan. Sabihin natin mag-move on. Sino ba sa inyo hindi pa nakakapag-move on? Baka naman sa ex kayo hindi pa nakakapag-move on. Alright, moving forward, advances in automation and artificial intelligence hold the potential to bring technology, no? Kailangan talaga, you have to go to the next level to bring about new levels of prosperity humans have never seen. And we've seen this, no? It's happening in sabi nga nila yung Cupertino in California where the tech startups are. Grabe, sobrang yaman no. Tingnan mo, the inventor of Facebook, Instagram, all of these apps, right? They've blown into proportion. Grabe na yung because of technology. Right? And so I think we are also looking at the same, direction with even the service industry, even in hospitality and tourism. Okay? So as I end, no, I just want to end with this quote, no. The advance of technology is based on making it fit in so that you don't really even notice it. So it's part of everyday life. All right? So technology is actually part of our lives. We can never escape it anymore. No, hindi na tayo makakatakas because this is part of our life. This is part of who we are and our industries, our sectors. Those who are not able to adapt, those who are not able to evolve will be left behind and will, you know, or will lose opportunities. Okay? So lahat po tayo, we need to keep moving forward. All right? So there you go. That's about the end of my topic. Now, in order for us to connect, no, lastly, I just want to end with this. If future generations are to remember us more with gratitude than sorrow, we must achieve more than just miracles of technology. We must also leave them a glimpse of the world as it was created, not just as it looked when we got through with it. No, sabi po yan ni President or former President Lyndon B. Johnson of the United States of America. No, hindi pa natin dapat kalimutan yung mga past because our past actually contributed to who we are now and of course who will be in the future. No? Kaya sabi ko kanina, it's important that you understand the core principles and foundations of tourism. But you have to learn how to adapt, no, inculturate with technology. Okay? So there you go. I hope that you learned something today, this morning. Now, if you want to connect with us, please feel free to like us in our Facebook account. So ayan lang po, it's the same. Just type in the Filipino Hospitality in our Facebook. We're also connected in LinkedIn. And then I recommend you to subscribe in our YouTube channel because we actually upload yung mga trainings na to. So this specific training that you are watching now, I'm going to be uploading it there in YouTube so that anytime, no, you want to ano nga pa yung sinabi ni Sir Martin dun sa webinar namin, you can always look back then, no, in our YouTube channel. All right. Now, if you have time, please go ahead and follow us also in Instagram at the Filipino Hospitality. So I want you guys to stay tuned, no, because eventually we're going to have an online academy, no. It's a website where you can access our trainings, mga modules that will complement your career and will make you a better tourism professional. Okay? So we'll also be uploading yung mga eventually mga ano natin, mga free ebooks, no? So make sure, no, that you follow our social media channels because again, you don't want to miss that. All right? So there you go. Thank you very much for your time. Congratulations one again, no, for all the organizers. No, I admire your efforts, your capabilities, and all of these things. Right? I hope it contributes to who you will be as our future tourism professionals. Again, this is Martin Aguilar from the Filipino Hospitality, bidding you a good day and a great weekend. Have a good day, everyone.